What's up, everybody? It's Gorton here, back again with another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic modded. Now, we just located the star map. We've given Freyr the Sword of Baka, and now we are headed back up to the treetops to help in the... We're gonna help Freyr with Chundar. Yes, I know, our original goal down here was to eliminate Freyr, but whether I'm dark side, light side, it doesn't matter. I'm still all for the Wookiees. So I'm still gonna take the Wookiee side. They don't need to be enslaved. And, you know, you'll be surprised, but a lot of Sith were against slavery. Even Sith that were slaves, you know, like Darth Vader, he didn't really care for slaves. He wasn't about that. I mean, he used them, but he still didn't like it. But let's get up to the top. One step closer to having Kashyyyk done. And then after this, we'll head to Tatooine. We got a lot of prerequisites done for Tatooine itself, so we'll head up there and... So, there's a basket up this way. We got some stuff on Tatooine for Bastila. We got some stuff for mission. What do we got here? Oh, cool. And let's see, we got Bastila mission. Might run into some stuff for Canderous as well. We got to talk to our crew, so we're wookin'. You, Gorton, our spies say that the Mad Claw you were sent to kill is on his way to Rukuro right now. You should have followed the will of Chundar. Now you will face his wrath. How? Okay. Okay, let's see here.
What can I do? There.
They follow a false leader who does nothing but enslave them. Let's get out of there. Well, it seems you are more than I thought. Freyr has come back and told me of what you did for him. My fellow hunters split on what should be done. Some were loyal to Chundar alone. We had to fight. Freyr went to the throne room to challenge Chundar. I will take you to him now. Lead on, we should hurry. Much is to be decided, only one can lead us. Must lead us. Come. Oh, that's just great. Everyone is here now. It's a reunion! Yes, son, by the blade of Baka's sword. I've come to end your treachery. No more will you sell your own people. You have Baka's blade, so what? I have the hilt, held by each true chieftain in recent memory. Even you claimed it was all important. We both have our ancient trinkets, so who will the people follow now? You? You are old and weak. Shut up, both of you. This ends today. I will not see Rukuro suffer anymore. I can't say that name with a straight face because I don't know how to say it properly. You tell him, Zaalbar. I don't know what to do, Gorton. Chundar has been telling me things. He makes sense, I think. I don't know. Do you have to fight? Talk it through. Could we work together? It would be difficult. Convince them. Avoid this needless slaughter. Then so be it. Perhaps there is hope. What say you, Chundar? What do I say? I still have Zerka's support. I say you will die. Attack. Well, we got lots of bad guys to contend with. Wookie, Zerka. Well, Jolee, begin your stuff.
Yes.
I will... We have done it. I am saddened that it had to come to this, but I couldn't let it continue. Zaalbar, my son, I am truly sorry you have suffered a great shame. I was blind. I have no excuse. I can forgive, Father. I have learned a lot over the years. What will you do now, Zaalbar? Returning home has lifted a great weight from my mind, but it has been painful as well. You have a place by my side, Zaalbar. I would be honored if you would take it. I can't, not yet. I'm just getting used to being free, and not just from the slavers. And I have a life debt. Now that my life is truly my own again, honoring that agreement is all the more important. Listen to my son, his insights humble me. Take that good judgment with you, and all the planets will come to revere Wookiee wisdom. What will you do about the slavers? We will fight them. It will be difficult, but I swear they won't take another one of my people without bloodshed. I'll send quick climbers to the other villages and try to rally a defense. We must guard against this ever happening again. You will be the last outsider welcome here for a very long time. That is a change for the better, I think. I have a few questions about Kashyyyk, Frere. Could they wait? I will answer that what I can later, but we need to settle our current business. There is much that needs to be done. Alright, I think it's time I was leaving. Perhaps. But before you go, Gorton, I must see to your reward. You have done us a great service. Kashyyyk will remember you well past your lifetime. Because of you, I am reinstated as chieftain. We will return to the old ways when honor and trust of kin ruled above all else. I'm not sure there is a reward that accurately reflects the value of what you have done. Our world has changed because of you. I have a request, Father. I have thought about it a great deal. I would like Baka's sword. That would be fitting, I think. Well, that is quite a request. I am tempted to say no, but perhaps I should consider it an investment. Zaalbar, do you understand what this will mean? It is a legacy of our people, held by chieftains and future chieftains. I understand. I want this, Father. I'll bring it back one day. I have no doubt. Let the two halves of the blade be made one. My son shall hold Baka's sword. Chundars bowcaster. Alright, so let us talk to Frere. Welcome back, Gorton. Much is happening, but I can spare a moment. Our fight against the slavers will be a long one. It is good to see you, Father. I saw a strange computer in the Shadowlands. I encountered some Mandalorian hunters in the Shadowlands. I'm surprised that such a thing escaped my attention. Was their camouflage so great? Or was I simply too struck by grief to see anything? If more are encountered, we will deal with them in short order. My people will never be weak again. I saw a strange computer in the Shadowlands. Yes, I remember seeing it during my exile. It wouldn't do much for me. I imagine it's some circa cast-off? It's older than the forest. It created the trees. You are saying nonsense. I'm not sure why you have made this jest, but I would ask you stop. These are difficult times. I don't want you threatening our traditions while I am trying to unite my people under them. I will investigate at an appropriate time. Until then, don't speak of this again. Yes, Baka's sword. It promises a great future for my people in my son's hands. I should be going. I'm not gonna ask them for more. Sheesh. Baka's sword is very important to them, so why would I ask for more? No, that's just not right. Now, there's something I need to do here in this village. Some updates. There's someone I need to speak with. Ooh, life support. Holder of the laws. Hello, outsider. I heard of your arrival. I trust you won't cause trouble in our village. We don't want bloodshed. Do you know who owns this bolt casing? Let's see. If the family insignia is there... Yes, there it is. This belongs to Jarek. How did you get it? I found Jarek's bolt casing on Roror's corpse. Oh my, that is very distressing. It definitely seems to suggest that Jarek helped in Roror's death. I can't ignore this. Wait here, outsider. I must address this. I will have Jarek brought here. And I hope he can explain this. I really do. You know why you have been summoned here. As holder of the laws, I ask you to explain. I won't answer. I can't. Nor must Rorwil be here. Rorwil has a bond with Roror. He is closest to the family that can be found. He is entitled to be here. Please speak. If you are guilty, it means death. This outsider will be given your possessions. Do you want that? Jarek, won't you say anything in your own defense? I killed Roror. I will accept whatever punishment is given. It is better if only my honor is tainted. You did do it. Why? Roror was good and honorable. Why did you kill him? You only need to know what I did. The reason is unimportant. Rorwil, I'm sorry. Kill him. I found nothing. Wait. No, I did find stuff to justify the murder. Wait, go back to the part where I get paid. If he's guilty, if there's an alternative to death to punishment. Circumstances that led to the attack. Perhaps we could consider another punishment. It all depends on what was left behind. But you know Jarek had justification. Will you tell them? Okay. You did... Okay, so it's... You only need to know unimportant rule. I'm sorry. I won't let this... He was dealing with slavers. What are you talking about, liar? Please, don't tell them anything. Roror was admired. They need to believe in him. I'm old. I'm not important. Let Rorwil and the others have their hero. I don't know what to do here. Rorwil's already dead. Or Rorwil. I can't... Man, these names are hard. He's already dead, though. And he was dealing with slavers. That should be known. If that is what you want. I will take his shame with me. The Roror in their memory is a far better one than the Roror I killed. No, I can't let it happen. In trial, I must know it. Don't listen to these outsiders' lies. Please, Roror, don't listen. The datapad I found on his corpse proves that Roror was dealing with slavers. That's not... That can't be. Jarek, it can't be. I didn't want you to know. So much is against us. You need someone to look up to. I couldn't let him betray you. Betray everyone. Outsiders are enough of a threat by themselves. We don't need the traitors of our own. See how this Wookiee truly understands honor? See how important these things are? As holder of the laws, I declare Jarek innocent. I will see to your release. I didn't want him to rot. Well, I must say that you're the first outsider that I have been glad to know. You have surprised me. Perhaps some of you are capable of honor after all. You are deserving of your reward. My reward? What reward? As the person that discovered the crimes, you were also affected by it. You would have been given a portion of Jarek's possessions, but he was innocent. Roar, however, was not. Roar was wealthy. His family was taken by slavers, leaving him everything. You get 1/3 of this. Warwill receives the rest, if he wishes. He is still upset. But he is young. He will recover. Can I ask you if anything is happening now? Nothing that you can help with. Roar's crime is causing a bit of a stir, but it will pass in time. Some of us will be disappointed in him, but we have other enemies to worry about. Goodbye to you. Goodbye. Baka guide you. 400 credits, light side points, 1800 experience. Nice. I like Wookiees. You know? They need to survive. He did nothing wrong. Alright, let's see. Zaalbar, my friend. What have you got? Let's boost your strength up more. A strong Wookiee's a healthy Wookiee. Repair. And treat injury. Beats. Yes. Accept. We'll go with awareness and demolitions. Beats, we will get flurry the 2nd level. And accept. Jolee, my friend. You'll know eventually why I'm doing that for Jolee. Okay, I've got him with 2 blades, and yet he doesn't even have... Okay. Powers. That will be useful. Let's see. Force resistance. And... Night Protect. Alright. Now, we will give you Baka's Ceremonial Blade. There we go. That's 9 to 19 plus 19. So let's see if we got 3 to 12. 12 to 21. There we go. Alright, he is outfitted and ready to go.
Sure.
Now, is there anything else? HK-47, Karth, Quest for Starforge, Bastila's Mother, Bastila Juhani, Mission's Brother, Fair Trade. Okay, Canderous, Trouble with Gizka, Sand People. Alright, to Tatooine we shall go. What is over here? And I can return... No, I don't want to do that. There's a battle that I need to help in. It is important that I must go back by foot. I have done everything within my power to help the Wookiees. Making sure they're still with me. Oh, now that I've upgraded Jolee, does he... Okay. Almost there. Sometimes I get lost, so I like to make sure I'm going the right way. Should have seen me as a kid playing the original Halo. What is this? Forgive me for the intrusion, human. My name is Sini Vec. I believe you dropped this datapad and I wish to return it to you. Huh? Thanks? My pleasure, human. You should examine it to make sure it is not broken. Oh. Okay. Am I still going the right way? No, he had me turned around. Alright, we got a datapad. Let's see. Escape terrace. Datapad contains a single short cryptic message. The Genu Haradan say to see Hulas on Manaan. Come alone or not at all. Okay. Alright, let's find insanity. Okay, I'm not even needed. I gotta get the stuff, you know. At least they like me. I did help free them from Chundar and Zurka. Must be as weak as Chundar made us. We will guard this landing pad from now on. Yours is the only ship that will be allowed to dock here for a long time, outsider. Oh, that makes me happy. Makes me feel all warm and cozy inside. Alright.
Statement. HK-47.
I would like to restore some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request.
Let's get started.
No!
Oh, I failed again. I want to try again.
Now close up.
One more time.
Statement.
Let's see if that works.
But I need
nope. Okay. Very well, we'll do this later. Canderous, my man. I was wondering if he had any more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
What happened next?
The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
I want a basilisk war droid.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing more for now. Let's see if he'll talk.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
Oh, wow. Where did you fight this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on the side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
Now, I want to explain what that was. That was a Yuuzhan Vong coral skipper. In the last episode, I talked about the New Jedi Order book series, and the war in that series is against the Yuuzhan Vong, a mysterious invader from outside the galaxy. That's what Canderous found, thousands of years before the war even begins. He was an early picket, my guess is.
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing more for now.
Choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Now that was a fun story. Alright, where was I? I've determined that I still need more repair skill. I thought these give me some plus skills, computer, and security. Okay, awareness, security, awareness, security. Is there anything that gives me anything in, excuse me. In repair? Guess not. On the bright side, we no longer have the tack sounds to deal with. I mean, we still got the Gizka. I can get rid of them, but there's something I can do with them on Manaan.
Got something on your mind,
Okay.
I suppose I could whip up some.
I'm gonna make some healing kits.
Got something on you. How many could you possibly ask me?
Okay, I guess not. Have you seen all these Gizka on board?
I have no idea what you're talking. Got some.
Okay, never mind. Fine, be that way. Jolee Bindo.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating. They
Invigorating.
were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
Alright. Tragic.
Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Gods. I do look divine. The Jedi are not gods. They are mortal beings.
I know that. I
The
was
Sith,
using
however.
poetic license. But
Poetic
those
license?
Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
Yeah, it is terrors.
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
All species are capable of intolerance.
Yes. But humans seem the most pervasive, the most consistent. They took their frustrations and hates out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
It is alright.
No, it is not. Anger can lead to the dark side.
But it is
And
still
I
an
must be
emotion,
ever careful
and you are
that I
nothing
do
but a
not fall
mortal
back into
being.
those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I.
No,
would seem.
not
But
really.
Let us not speak more of this now.
I use force
We
mind
should
tricks all the
continue on our
time.
journey. Perhaps later we will talk again. Yes. What is it?
Is something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from. did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
Here it comes.
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine.
You mean...
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
I thought you hated your homeworld.
It was my home. If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila.
Well...
Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything.
Malak,
I hated
the Sith,
that world. Yet everything
the bad
I learned
guys,
as a child, I learned there.
Tarisians.
It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
I am sorry, Juhani. There was no way to prevent.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
It will be all right, Juhani.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Is something wrong?
I was remembering Taris.
I am sorry.
No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of rat ghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one would help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Okay, so the woman she was talking about, alright, you remember in the last story from her, she had told us that the Jedi were there to fight the Mandalorians. And the one who was leading the Jedi in these causes were Revan, Malak, and Mitra Surik. Mitra Surik was pretty much Revan's second in command military-wise. And she is the protagonist in the second game, the Sith Lords, KOTOR 2. So that's some foreshadowing. She looked up to Mitra Surik. And I find that really cool. I've not noticed that until now, but I'm putting it together You should also read the book Star Wars Revan. Really good. Takes place after this. Has Mitra Surik in it as well. Amazing read. But I just put together that she idolized Mitra. Back to the story.
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Right. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end that here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how it is down there in the bottom. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.